Everyone, I've just come across this and wanted to share it with you. It's a Dartmoor letterbox. So for those of you that know Dartmoor, this will be very familiar, but for those of you that don't, perhaps a little bit about the history might be interesting. So letterboxing is thought to be the beginnings of global geocaching. It was started in 1854 by a man called James Perrott, who was certainly one of the most famous Dartmoor guides. He placed a name card inside a vessel. Some say it was a glass pickle jar, others a beer bottle, up at Cranmere Pool. Cranmere Pool is quite a boggy, very difficult area to get to, and they say that he put the name card inside the jar and either built a cairn around it to hide it, or that he put it down an old fox's lair. But either way, he set a challenge, and he wanted to challenge more walkers and more people to come up onto the moor and to discover the letterbox. So that was the beginnings of Dartmoor letterboxing, and since then the idea has just taken off and spread. When I was a child, you could search mainly on tours, and other places as well, and you might come across an old tin box which had postcards in it. You would write your own postcard, put a stamp on it with your address, and if you came across a box, you would take out the postcard that you found that somebody else had left there, and when you got off the moor, post it. So these postcards would arrive from all over the moor, sometimes weeks, months, even years later. It was quite a fun thing to do as a child. And later, now the modern version, typically are these plastic picnic boxes, sandwich boxes. I have to say I'm a bit ambivalent about all this plastic on the moor, but it's a fun activity and it helps us get out and be adventurous and curious, particularly for children, but also adults as well. Inside the box, often there is a little ink stamp. This happens to have feet on it, an ink pad which you stamp, and often a little notebook where you can place the stamp and write a message as well, saying you were here. So letterboxing is a huge phenomenon now. You often find these little sandwich boxes all over Dartmoor, often on the tours, particularly inside rocky nooks and crannies. Just be careful when you put your hands in and not disturbing any creatures. There's a letterboxing society, so if you're interested to find out more, I'll put a link underneath this video. I hope you've enjoyed learning a little bit more about letterboxing, and if you do it already, of course, it's fun to discover more, hopefully when we're out of lockdown. So hope you're all staying safe and well. Look forward to having you walk with me sometime again soon. Bye for now.